Like your birthday's for who, Cap? Okay. Absolutely. Cap just said it. Birthdays is for mommy. Listen, we will have the biggest first birthday celebration. Baby's scared to death. Ain't gonna remember none of it anyway.
Right.
Everybody yelling and screaming. You got this fire in front of them. What in the world are we doing to our children? And they have no remembrance of any of it. Those are for the parents.
Right. And it's a sin to celebrate.
And it's a sin to celebrate birthdays. Like your birthday's for who, Cap? Okay. Absolutely. Cap just said it. Birthdays is for mommy. Listen, we will have the biggest first birthday celebration. Baby's scared to death. Ain't gonna remember none of it anyway.
Right.
Everybody yelling and screaming. You got this fire in front of them. What in the world are we doing to our children? And they have no remembrance of any of it. Those are for the parents.
Right. And it's a sin to celebrate.
And it's a sin to celebrate birthdays. It makes the Lord angry, and that's a process. That's something else to another God. The whole blowing of candles has something to do with other gods. It's a salakia. It's a salakia. The water, sir. It's a worship of making yourself a god for a day. That's where it stems from. And you know where it comes from? Greco-Roman culture. It's not us. Keep going.
And one of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of iron upon our necks. We all know we had yokes of iron upon our necks in slavery. This is prophesied in the Bible that this was going to happen to the children of Israel. Now, the world will tell you that the so-called Jewish man this is the Jewish man's book. When did the Jewish man have yokes of iron on his neck? Never.
Right.
We continue to have yokes on our neck. They're just not iron right now. Now it's economics. Now it's our communities being destroyed. Now it's drugs. Now it's Percocet, right? Weed, crack, lean, all of it.
Right.
To keep us asleep, to keep us not knowing who we are, to keep us away from the Most High. This is all another yoke on our necks. Keep going.
And want, Salakia, until he have destroyed thee.
This is all a purposeful mission to destroy us as a people. Again, us being destroyed keeps his kingdom going. Us being destroyed keeps us pumping money into his economy.
Right.
Us being destroyed keeps us pumping money in the Christian church.
Right.
Us being destroyed keeps us high.
Right.
Us being destroyed keeps us away from the Most High, his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Us being destroyed keeps us from having the discipline to not celebrate Christmas.
That's right.
Us being destroyed keeps us away from the discipline of not celebrating our birthdays.
Right.
Us being destroyed keeps us away from not doing, it keeps us away from doing what the Most High wants us to do.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
These nations came against us from afar. We were in our homeland at one point. When we got these laws, statutes, and commandments, we were in our homeland in Israel. But as we continue to break these laws, it's in the Bible. We continue to break these laws, the Lord continue to allow other nations to come from far away. And obviously we are in another nation now, because the Most High brought this nation and these nations against us. Again, I don't care whether it's our main oppressor, the white man, whether it's so-called Arabs, so-called Jewish, so-called Asians, they're all against us and they all have taken advantage.
Right.
Keep going.
From the end of the earth.
From the ends of the earth, these nations would come. That's why they come from everywhere. That's why they have come from everywhere. That's why all of them feast on us. We are like prey. That's what the Bible says that too. We are prey to these nations. And they are eating on us every day. Keep going.
As swift as the eagle flyeth.
As swift as the eagle flyeth. What does that mean? Anybody got a quarter? Take it out your pocket and look at it. Especially if it's an older quarter. You look at the back of it. What's on it? An eagle. That is the mascot of our main oppressor.
That's right.
That's what the Bible is prophesying here.
Right.
That this main oppressor is with the mascot of an eagle has come to destroy us. And we see it every day. We see it absolutely every day. It's talking about a specific nation when it says that. And don't get it twisted. Sure, in Europe, there's a whole lot of other countries. That's one nation. And any problems they got between them is their family's issues. That's all the same nation. So many of them have the eagle as their mascot. Keep going.
Count one card. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
This nation's tongue, we don't understand it. We speak English, but this is not our native tongue. Our native tongue is Hebrew. Hebrew.
Right.
Coming to these classes, we have a Hebrew class every Friday night. This country, why are we speaking English? Because we were destroyed by the white man. Because we were destroyed by Esau.
Right.
But because we were destroyed by the nation of Edom. That's the reality. These languages that we speak, even Spanish, that's not our native language.
Right.
That's not our native language. Spanish is not our native language. It's Hebrew. That's what we were speaking before we were taken into a captivity.
That's right.
And coming to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you'll learn what your language is. You'll learn how to speak it. You'll learn how to read it. You'll learn how to write it. That's what we do.
That's right.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance. What does that mean? Countenance. The face of this nation is fierce. Again, like we talked about it, this nation will go to war for anything. This nation only knows how to spread its wicked beliefs by war.
That's right.
This is a fierce nation.
Yes.
All they know is violence, and which is why, as Captain was saying earlier, we get wrapped up in it, and then we become just as violent as they are.
That's right.
That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We are supposed to have love for our people. The Bible says, bring ye together, O nation not desired. That's what we should be doing, bringing ourselves together, coming together as one, under the law, statutes, and commandments, so that we can know how to deal with each other.
That's right.
So we can know how to look out for each other. There are laws in the Bible that looks out for homeless. There are laws in the Bible that looks out for people when they're hungry and can't afford food. But that's not what we come up under in this nation, because this nation is a fierce countenance. When this nation, if you're poor, guess what? So what? That's what this nation says. If you're homeless, guess what? So what?